Brandon Bailey, and welcome to the Appalachian Entertainment School of Music. This is a guide to help you if you're interested in learning how to play music. All kinds of different instruments. We're going to learn piano, we're going to learn drums, we're going to learn keyboards, we're going to learn guitar, bass, maybe even some vocal stuff. At some point in time, we'd like to learn how to do some recording and some other things that are associated with that too. So, I hope you guys enjoy yourselves. If you guys have any comments, be sure to leave them on the YouTube site. And look forward to telling you more. Thanks. Hey everybody, and welcome back. I'm Brandon Bailey from the Appalachian Entertainment School of Music. Wanted to talk about bass guitar this go around. This is my bass guitar. This is a Cort bass guitar. Oddly enough, I had never heard of a Cort bass before. A friend of mine suggested it to me, and I've just been ecstatic about it. Very happy with it. Anyway, talk about a couple of the basic things that have to do with bass guitar. You'll notice this one has five strings on it. Most bass guitars have only 4 strings. I particularly wanted a 5-string so I can play a little bit more melodic things when I play. Most bass guitars, 4 strings, have the strings E, A, D, G, and this one, which is a 5-string, has a C note on the bottom. So E, A, D, G, C. Okay. Talk about the pieces of the bass guitar. We have the tuning keys. We have the strings. These little silver things here are the frets that go this way. You'll notice that this one has dots on it. That's just so you can recognize which fret you're on. This is called the nut. Down here, this is called the bridge. These are the pickups. These are volume knob. This is a volume knob, and these two are tone knobs. Actually, these two are volume knobs, and this is a tone knob. This is a volume for this pickup. This is a volume for this pickup, and this is a tone for both pickups. Okay. Also, you have a cord here, and it runs into an amp, so it can be amplified, so you can hear everything. The first thing you want to do whenever you pick up your guitar, no matter what kind of guitar it is check its tuning. So what we're going to do is we're going to check our tuning. We know our first note's an E. So with this tuner, we see that it's a little bit flat. So I'm going to tune it up until the green light comes on. So now we know it's in tune. The next note is an A. And you see it says A on there, but you see that it's also a little bit flat. We're going to raise it up until it gets to the green. The next note's a D. Same deal. The whole guitar appears to be flat. D, G, and the last note is a C. Okay. Now after you tune the whole guitar, it's always important to go back and check the tuning, because you'll find that once you stress the neck out, almost all of the strings will go a little bit flat again. Now we're going to talk about the very first exercise that you learn on bass, about the positioning of your hands here, even before that. I call this duck hand. I don't know what else to call it, but basically this is the way I would have you hold the guitar. It's a bit like this, and I don't know how else to put it. But this is the way you hold the guitar. So the thumb goes kind of in the middle in the back, and the fingers go on the top here. You want to be sure that there's some air under here, so you have plenty of room to move. That's your left hand position. Now it's going to feel a little uncomfortable when you first start, so just try to get comfortable with it as best you can. It's definitely going to feel uncomfortable. If it feels uncomfortable, it's probably right from a beginner standpoint. But it'll learn to be comfortable for you, and you'll recognize the necessity of it. The right hand, I like to keep a thumb somewhere near something as a reference point on whatever instrument you get used to it. I keep my thumb typically somewhere near the top of this bass drum head or bass pickup, or somewhere near the top string if I'm not playing it. One of the most important things about playing bass, not only playing the right note and playing in time, but not playing the wrong note. You will find that as a bass player, whenever you play a note, not playing another note can be as important as playing the right note. Okay, so anyway, but with your right hand here, we're going to pluck, and I don't know how else to call it, but it's pluck. It's kind of a push, a push in. notes played. So you do that with whatever finger plays it. Okay. Same with your thumb. Your thumb can play the notes. Typically, you use your two fingers, right two fingers. The first exercise that I like to stress to my students is the chromatic scale. I like to do this with all 5 fingers on my right hand and 4 fingers on my left hand. Now, you don't have to do this with your right hand, this right hand part of the exercise, but I just recommend it. Basically, what it is that you play your open, your first fret with your first finger, second fret with your second finger, third fret, third finger, fourth fret, fourth finger, and then you go to the next string. Open, first fret, second fret, third fret, fourth fret, open, first, second, third, fourth, open, first, second, third, fourth. Most people only have 4 strings, but I have the 5th. So I plead the 5th. All right. With this exercise, you can do it with your first 2 fingers. I recommend that you do try to alternate between them at least. If you're really a bold bass player and want to be a great bass player, I recommend you do this exercise where with your right hand, you do the same pattern as you do with your left hand, where open is your thumb. When you play the first finger on the left hand, play the first finger on your right hand. First finger on the second finger on the left hand, second finger on the right hand, third finger, fourth finger. Now you see, it's not a very easy exercise. Okay. Now, I don't work on that exercise that much, and it's something I've actually learned recently. But it's a way to really get your fingers understanding and moving better. All right. One other technique that everybody asks about is how do we get that funk bass? How do we get that slap bass sound? Okay, that's pretty interesting. It's more of a instead of a push like that, you actually pull the string and you hear the tone difference. Okay, and when you do this pull off yank, we can do a hammer on your left hand and. That's how you get the pluck sound. Now the thump is with the right hand, you hit it with your thumb. Now the hard thing about this thumb exercise, or some skill, is to get off of the string. It's, oftentimes you want to hit it, but you have to get off the string to let it ring. So you have to get off of it really quick. So. Anyway, that's the basic concepts of it. Okay. Once again, when you're practicing that exercise, you'll have to learn how to recognize how to stop strings from ringing. One interesting exercise to do to practice that concept is just to play your D string and your A string back and forth. And you'll have to make the D string stop ringing when you play your A string, and vice versa. So you get this kind of. So otherwise, you start getting this kind of thing. And it doesn't sound as good. So anyway, I guess that's enough for the first basic lesson on bass guitar. Definitely do the chromatic scale. I suggest you use at least 2 fingers. If 1 finger is all you can do, then do that. And try to not let your thumb migrate too high on the neck when you play it. You want to try to keep the thumb down. And that's going to be uncomfortable to start off with, but it'll be to your best interest in the long run. Anyway, y'all keep your eyes open for some more lessons in the future, and if you have any questions, don't hesitate to make comments or questions on the website. See ya!